Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Salatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Directors of the two institutes, Institute of Fateh and Institute of Tanwir, and all friends and staff, thank you very much for having me here. I have to apologize, I cannot stand because I had an operation before I come here, so this is causing some problem. And also I'm over 60 now. I have to respect my legs. If I was 16 or 20 like you, I will be jumping up and down. But next time I come back, I will be running. Inshallah. Inshallah. It's very pleasant, very happy occasion to see our young people here. Some of you can be my sons. Some can also be my grandchildren. There's some very sweet-looking people at the back there. Yeah. I will make it brief, but I hope it will be meaningful. Brothers and sisters, very far on the other side. And my children, remember this. Sri Lanka is your nation. It's your country. Your grandfathers, your great-grandfathers were born here, and they are buried here. And we were born here, and you will be buried here, inshallah. It is your country. It's your responsibility. Whoever and whatever comes in between, don't ever forget this fact. Your grandparents, your great-great-grandparents had put all their heart and their soul and left you this beautiful country. So let not anything destroy it. This country can only be built with affection and cooperation. Sri Lanka and Malaysia is very close in many ways, especially in many communities. In Malaysia, we have majority Muslims, but the majority is only 64%. If we are not careful, you have the other percentage plus some of the 64 going to that side, and we are also finished. Although we are in a majority, we are in a very slim margin of majority. So we have always to be careful. People in the majority, we don't have people power, but we have intellectual power. Everything that we do must be thought of very carefully. It cannot be done and decided emotionally. Because some of my friends with good intention, when some things happen in Malaysia, say, why don't you go against the non-Muslims? We cannot do that. We were able to build Malaysia with that 64% of majority because we were careful in our thinking. We were systematic. We were far-sighted. We got to have our priorities. Lately, the politics is not very nice in Malaysia, as all over the world. So people are getting angry because of some things in politics. There was a suggestion that maybe we should go for demonstration to express ourselves. But remember this. Across the world, Muslim nations are destroyed through demonstrations. And we cannot afford that in Malaysia. Because other people will come in, and then one more Muslim nation will be destroyed. Because those who are against us come in many ways and in many forms. Now, living together with other people is a directive, is an instruction from Allah through the Quran. It is not because of our survival, but also because Allah wants us to live together. After all, Allah is also the creator of these other people. Allah is the creator of us, the creator of the non-Muslims, the creator of the Buddhists, the creator of the Tamil, the creator of the Christians. Still this one God, the creator of the animals, the creator of the plants, the creator of the planets. So we have to respect what Allah has created. We may disagree, we may have our differences, but we are all the children, the creature of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Especially when there is no reason whatsoever to hurt another, then we shouldn't hurt. Because it's not about that person, but it's about the creature of Allah. If we hurt a person, we hurt the creature of Allah. If Allah has given him life, given her place, given her, look after her, who are we? Who are we to take this away from them? We all come from the same man and the same woman together, and we become one big family. Islam from the very beginning, during Rasulullah SAW, when it came to a community, to a people in Mecca where there are many religions, when there are many beliefs, where there are many types of people. And throughout Islamic history, Muslims have lived together with other people. Together. So why can't we do it now? Why can't we continue with it now? Islam was Islam during the time of Rasulullah SAW. Islam was Islam during the time of your grandfathers, your great-grandfather. Islam is Islam during our time, and Islam will be Islam until the end. The same with Buddhism. Buddhism was there before Buddhism, the same Buddhism. But something is not right, somehow. I mean, look at the Muslim world also. Muslims kill Muslims. Islam was there before, but Muslims do not kill Muslims before. Now Muslims kill Muslims. So it is not Islam, it is not Buddhism that is the problem. The problem are the Muslims, and the problem are the Buddhists, not the religion. But with all this problem, it's only a small group. How many thousands only of ISIS? How many millions of Muslims? Billions. One small group of Buddhists who make a lot of noise, cause a lot of problem. How many thousands, millions more who do not? So when we are angry, think of the good people. Think of the good people who were your friends. Many of us have teachers who are not Muslims, and we learn, and they make us better people. Think of your teacher when you get angry with somebody else. They make us what we are. They give us knowledge. So I'm not going to go into this topic deep, because the thing is, this topic looks so big, so grand. It's better for me to talk about something that makes sense to you. When these topics were designed, I did not see your eyes. So when I speak, I look into the eyes, and something in me will tell me what to talk about. Okay? Because we come with a dua. My children. Yeah. My brothers, my sisters, my children. Today, the Muslim world is in a very difficult situation. You know that. Killing, innocent. Tomorrow, it should be better. It has to be better. And tomorrow is your business. So your responsibility is to prepare yourself for the time when this thing will be over and you will lead the world. And that is the time, the opportunity for you to prove again that Islam is still the very top. Now it's a very sad story, very confused. The problems come from us and the problems come from outside. Both. Something has gone wrong. It's very confused. But everything that is bad, that is ugly, that is painful, will not last forever. All this will soon go off. When these things have gone off, then that is the time when you come up and perform. But if you are not ready for that, when these things go off, then we'll be the same again. You get my point? Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Because only this part of the world when they say this is yes, right? In my part when they say this means no. But even now I talk like that also. You understand? Yes? Yeah. When all these things are over, then your time to come to make repairs and to improve. So it is the responsibility of you to be ready for that time. But more than that, it is the responsibility of the teachers. Yeah, my dear friends, brothers and your responsibility is to prepare our children. Where we fail, inshallah they will succeed. Never take sides against Muslim. And this is part of the tragedy of our ummah. We take sides. We like this scholar because we like him so much, we dislike another scholar. Why can't you like him very much and like this scholar also at the same time? Why can't we like everybody who's doing good, Muslims as well as non-Muslims? If you prefer to approach and explain Islam according to the directive, according to the guidance, the example of a certain group, go ahead. But there is no reason, while you follow this group, you should humiliate, you should bring down another group. You should follow that group and respect and promote the other group. We are one ummah. And because we do not know the simple thing about moving together, the enemies come in and spread us out. Take advantage of this. So a scholar, a great scholar, become extremely great even to the status of the prophet in your eyes. And the great scholar over here, you bring it down as if he's not even part of us. Who are you to do that? Who gave you the license to look down at other people who are also trying to promote Islam? Who are you? Are you better than these people? Do not hate people whom Allah may love. You'll be in serious trouble. In my class in the university, I will not allow any of my students to criticize any of the ulama. Even if I disagree, I keep it to myself. You can disagree objectively, but you cannot criticize, you cannot humiliate. You do that, you stay out. I will not mark your exam. Because this is discipline. This is lack of adab. If you disrespect an alim in the past, you will respect me also. You will disrespect me. You will disrespect your parents. Because you do not know how to respect and how to honor great people. Let us all honor people. Let us not bring down. And in the Jamia, Nalimia, right? I said, I give 3 points what we should all do. Number 1, we must think like a Muslim. We must feel like a Muslim. We must act like a Muslim. Second one, because of the situation, I said, make it haram. Never do. Never talk anything bad about another person, a Muslim or a non-Muslim. Switch off. Make your mouth haram to say negative thing. Switch off your ears if people want to tell story. Bring another story. Because before Allah tomorrow, your ears will talk against you. Why did you listen to this fitnah? This nonsense. Because it is through these ears, because you cannot close. The mouth you can close. It is through here that many of us are in big trouble. The Muslim world become divided. Shia versus Sunni. Everything else. Because what others put in your ears and your mind cannot digest it. So the best thing is close. It's okay for me because I have mine closed. You must think of a way how to close your ears. That is one. If we can revive this, then we will become one ummah. Brothers and sisters and my children, being one ummah does not mean that you agree on everything. No. You can disagree like in one family. You think like this, your sister think like this, your brother think like this. I like this color, she likes that color, she likes that food, he likes this food. It's okay to be different. It's very, very okay to disagree. But even when we disagree, even when we are angry with each other, even if we are upset with each other, we are still brothers and sisters. We are still brothers and sisters. Remember that. And this is where we fail. When we get angry, we throw them out. And then we make fitnah against them. Now, is that the way a Muslim should behave? The main problem in our Muslim ummah is not that we don't have enough knowledge. We have great knowledge, more than those others before, because we have even the internet. We can learn from any sources. It's not because we don't have knowledge. We have no responsibility to knowledge. Number one, we do not know how to honor knowledge and be dignified in knowledge. One. Number two, we have lost the adab. I don't know what you call it here. The adab, the etiquette of being a good Muslim. We do not know how to disagree. And we do not know how to agree also. When we agree so much that we see no wrong in that person. So if the person is a corrupted person, and because he's our friend, we continue to support. Because we do not know how to agree. We agree with him, but we say this is wrong. We disagree, but we say you are still my brother. When we lose this, no matter how brilliant you are, no matter how educated you are, no matter how rich you are, no matter how handsome you are, the ummah cannot become one. We do not know how to behave to each other. So let's bring this back. Yeah. We, the older generation, must understand the situation. Our young people is going through a very, very difficult time. I'm educationist. I am tough, I'm firm, but people tell me this, the sad story, the confusion. I'm very tough on this. These are my students. Because I am tough because I want them to be better than me. I do not want them to come to see me and they leave me just the same. I have a responsibility towards them. Ask him how many times he have to rewrite his thesis. The rector asked him. He said 9 times. But because of these 9 times, today this is Dr. Ismat Ramzi. 23 times, even worse. Because he gave me something I corrected already. He gave me the wrong file. 3 o'clock at night, I'm still marking, like this guy. I was sick, I was still marking. Because I want them to be better than me. They have to inherit. Not only they have to work very hard, I must work even harder. Education is a responsibility. It is not a career. It is not a profession. And our responsibility is before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our young people, look into their eyes. You see the pain and the difficulties, they are growing. They are very good Muslims, they want to be very good Muslims, they want to make Islam the best, but they see all the killing, all the nonsense, all the corruption among the Muslims, they feel hurt, they feel pain. And we cannot tell and explain to them. Because we look at the marks, we only look at the papers, we look at the assignments, but we do not look into their eyes. And then when they open the internet, more other stories come in. Nobody can help them explain because we also don't know. Why don't we know? Because we are so absorbed with ourselves. As if the whole world is not our business. But Islam is rahmatul lil alamin. Islam is zikr lil alamin. Everything that goes in the world is part of Islam. And the world outside is suffering so much. A lot of injustice. The women are suffering in India, in Pakistan, in everywhere. In Brazil, in Argentina. The children are suffering through drugs and everything. You know why? You know why? Because Muslims have not been able to explain Islam to these people. We make Islam the properties of the Muslims. We make Islam only the business of the Muslims. We make Rasulullah SAW the property of the Muslim. But Rasulullah is rahmatul lil alamin, a rahmat for all the world. He must be shared with the world. The Quran is zikr lil alamin, a message to all the worlds. It must be shared with the rest of the world. But because we do not share, they cannot get the rahmah from this. And why do we not share? Because we have no business, we have no time for these people. We have only time for ourselves. Will there be a time when you are not important to yourself? Or we only have time for the ummah. When Rasulullah was building the Muslim community, he was involved with the ummah of that community, but he was also spreading da'wah, right? He could do that. He faced a lot of challenges, a lot of problems, more than any of us, but he also have time for other people. So now we are not doing our work. The world is suffering, and their suffering has come into our lives. And we are also suffering because we are all the creatures of Allah, interrelated. You got my point? Let us bring back Islam to be the rahmat lil alamin, to be the zikr lil alamin. I give you one simple example where Islam has given a lot of good things to the world. When Islam came in 7th century, we have many civilizations, all kinds of things. But Islam, for the first time in the history of history of people, take from the rich, give to the poor. We call this zakat. Yes? No other people in this world, no other society, no other community. Because all the people in this world, they take from the poor and they give it to the rich. They rob the poor. If you see Robin Hood, the story of Robin Hood, in England it was Robin Hood, where the farmers were taken off, stolen. All the food was stolen to give to the king because he wants to go to war. In the Muslim world, this was the period of Salahuddin al-Ayyubi, where the people were happy, cheerful, because in the Muslim world, we take from the rich and we give to the poor in the form of zakat. In India, in the Hindu civilization, you know, the lower class, the Harijans, the Mandalas, poor until today, because the rich will not give to the poor. So now the whole world is practicing taxation system, income tax, right? When crimes are committed, they look at who is the person who commit the crime. If this is the son of the Kshatriya, he goes free. If it's the son of the Lord of England, the Earl, the Duke, he goes free. If this is the son of the king, you don't even talk about it. But in Islam, no. Equal offense, equal crime, equal punishment. And this is what the law today is in the whole world, isn't it? And when you go to court, you must bring witnesses. And all the system, the legal system of the world now, is based on witnesses. This they take from Islam. They don't want to become Muslim, but the teachings of Islam is a rahmah for them. They benefited from Islam. And this is our message. Even if you don't want to become Muslims for all your reasons, but still you can take something very good from Islam. And one of the most important thing is what Islam understand by justice. We call the concept of justice in Islam. And this is the number one problem in the world today. And we have not explained what justice means. But every Muslim, we are the guardian, the protector of justice. Whether you do it or you don't do it, you are a witness against mankind. And we are the custodian. We are the protector. We are the implementers of justice. Because we fail to do this, the world is suffering so much. So when you see a lot of pain across the world, don't laugh. Don't enjoy. You know, the non-Muslim world, the kafir are suffering, blah, 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 blah. And so we say, very good for them. No. Because that suffering shows that we have not done our assignment. So back to Sri Lanka, the same thing. The same thing. If the Buddhists are suffering, don't laugh at them. It's our responsibility to help. If Muslims are suffering, it is even 2 times our responsibility to. Right? So this is what about living together. I think this is enough. It's not good to give too many things. Then, in trying to give too many things, you will remember nothing. Because our mind, Allah has created it like this. That's why when Rasulullah tried to hurry up, right? And then said, don't hurry up, it will come to you. Knowledge is a process. And you have to learn gradually. You start by learning A, B, C, Alif, Ba, Ta. Human being is a creature of process. We were born very small. We learn how to turn, and then to crawl, and then to walk, and then to run. And then we grow big, and then we grow small again. Because we are an animal of process. Physically. Intellectually also we are an animal of process. We take time to grow. We learn A, B, C, then only we can read our books, and then only you can do advanced studies, philosophies. We learn our 1, 2, 3, and then we begin to count, add, and then now you can do advanced physics, advanced mathematics. You take time to grow. The same thing with spirituality. It must take a process. There is no shortcut or you go mad. What happened is people try to take shortcuts in matters of spirituality. 2 months they become a Muslim and then they go and make jihad. They don't even read the Quran. This is what is happening in ISIS. Even your iman must be gradually but very firmly established. You cannot do overdose one day, tomorrow nothing cannot. Just like your mind, just like your body. Allah made us in such a way. So I wish you luck, I wish you all success. May the future be better than the past, and certainly may the future be better than the present. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.